I'm Andrew from Ether Automation, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to use standalone functions in Zoho CRM. So let's say you've got a function that you want to run in two different locations, or a function that you want to be both individual and for a bunch of records, but you don't want two separate functions. You want one function that you can maintain. This video is for you. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully it is the correct screen. Otherwise, this will be a short video. Okay. So I'm in Zoho CRM. I've got a bunch of test contacts, and you can see I have this mass action button up here, right? Currently, that button does nothing, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to tie the same function to both this mass action button and this individual button here. Right. And this could be done in a variety of ways. You could have a function that's called in different workflows, or a function that's just called in different buttons or blueprints. But this is, we're going to tie the same function to both this and this button. So if I go to my layouts, you'll see I've got my two buttons here. One is on the list view mass action menu, and the other one is on the details page. Right. If I open them up, right, and click edit, at the function, right now there's nothing going on there. All right, so we're gonna come back in a second, and I'm gonna show you how to invoke those functions. Let me click cancel, leave page. So I'm gonna make a new standalone function. So new function, we're gonna call this update contact, and I'm gonna use standalone, and I'm gonna create. So this standalone function, we can have it do whatever you want, but we want it to apply to one record in the CRM, because if this is going to be clicked on the individual record, we want to apply it there. If we want to apply it to all of them, we're just going to loop through all of them. So all we're going to do here is we're going to update the contact, and let's find a field we want to update. Go lead source. Lead source. Great. So let's make an argument. We're going to call this the ID, and it is an int. And then within that, we're going to go contact map equals map, something really quick. Contact map dot push put lead source. And we're going to say cold call. And then zoho.crm.update record. We're going to go contacts, and then contact map. And then we're going to return updated contact. Save and execute. There we go. So now we want to invoke this function in one of the other functions. So let's start with the individual button. Let's make an argument. Make this ID. Contact ID, done. So then in here, we want to invoke the standalone function, right? And how we're going to do that is standalone dot, and then if we go back to our other function, it's this right here. So in this case, it's called update contact. I'm going to copy that. And then in brackets, we're going to put in the argument. So in this case, it's ID, but because this one is a string, we're going to go dots to long. We're going to info it, save and execute. So now I can go to a test contact, and I can invoke this function. It says updated contact, which is actually from the return right here. And when I go to the timeline, lead source has been updated to cold call. All right. So I can now invoke this function in this button. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one. And then we can apply the same function on the mass action view. So let's go ID list, contact.id. Now, if you've watched one of our other videos about looping through the mass action, it's going to be ID loop list equals ID list dot to list, and that's separated by 1, 2, 3 pipes. And then we want to go for each element in the ID loop list ID. We want to go standalone dot update. Did I copy paste it? I didn't. Update contact. And then we want to pass in the ID dots to long. Save and execute. And so now when I run this, I'm just going to click save. So now I'm going to refresh this page. And I'm going to add in the lead source. So it says cold call, and this one's advertisement. So I'm just going to select all of them, click the mass action button, and then it's going to call that function for all of them. And then I can refresh, and they've all been updated to cold call. So this allows you to have one function that's easy to maintain, easy to update, that can be referenced from multiple other functions inside your Zoho CRM. So it's easier to maintain your code and tweak things and not have to update it in multiple locations. If you found this video helpful, click that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.